All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lepage Show. I am One Bar, and in this episode, we're going to be breaking down CBS Sports Chris Trapazzo's brand new shiny mock draft. We're going to go pick by pick until the Vikings and see how we did. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the videos. We're here every damn day talking Minnesota Vikings. Let's get those subs up to 2,500, baby. We just cracked $2,000. When we do, we're going to be giving away, bing! Yes, that is pickandshovelware.com's newest release, Jimmy Kleinsasser, Old Sauce, signed, autographed print. Pretty sweet. So when we get to 2,500, we're going to be giving one of those bad boys away to our subscribers. But let's get right into this. We're going to go pick by pick until we get to pick 14, which is the Minnesota Vikings. So Chris Trapazzo of CBS Sports, I'm not going to lie, it's a pretty damn good mock draft as far as how things lay out. So let's do this. First pick overall, Trevor Lawrence. Done deal. We don't have to get into that. Pick 2, where it gets a little bit interesting. He does have the Jets, in fact, pulling the trigger on Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is a guy that can go anywhere from pick 2 to like pick 15. So that's going to be a very fun one to watch, especially what the Jets do with Sam Darnold. But Mr. Trapazzo said, you know what? Jets got to have Fields. Let's make it happen. Pick 3. Here's where the shit hits the fan. The Texans trade up with the Miami Dolphins. They trade Deshaun Watson. So the Dolphins get Deshaun Watson and a 4th-round pick. Texans give them their 3rd overall, 18th overall, a 2022 2nd-round pick, and yes, Tua. So that is a haul, but that's what it's going to take to get Watson, a big old haul. And even looking at, so they get 2 first-rounders, a 2nd-rounder, and Tua. Damn. All right, so that's done. So who do the Texans get? Well, they get their quarterback of the future. They get Zach Wilson. Wilson, he's going to be hot. I think it's going to be very close depending on who goes off the board first, him or Fields. And actually right now, I actually have Wilson higher than Fields. So Houston, even though they give up Deshaun Watson, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, they get a haul in return and a damn good quarterback for the future for that new regime. Next up, pick 4, Atlanta Falcons. This is a little bit of a surprise to me. They actually go cornerback. Yes, cornerback is a need, but he hasn't taken Patrick Surtain, the 2nd out of Alabama. It's going to be a hot name, but I just figured Atlanta might. So they're going to go with a cornerback. I think they could have traded back a few picks. But anyways, the Bengals at pick 5. Here's the big winner so far of the draft. Penei Sewell. They get their big man at pick 5. This guy, if there wasn't so many quarterback needs up top, he's a surefire top 2 pick. And Cincinnati gets their big man for the future as far as keeping Joe Burrow on his pins. So that is a huge, huge win for Cincinnati. And really, that could shake out that way. They could get a steal there at pick 5. Pick 6, Philadelphia, Jamar Chase, a name that's been linked pretty heavily to them, along with Devontae Smith. Philly needs some receivers. They go Chase here. Whether it's Chase, whether it's Smith, they're both going to be damn good. 2 different receivers. Smith, we know, is a highlight machine, can make any grab. Jamar Chase is kind of the more bigger bruiser who can make those tough catches. Maybe not as sexy, but might have a little more bite. Detroit Lions, pick 7. They actually pull the trigger on Devontae Smith. As a Vikings fan, I'm not very excited about that. I would like to see him in a different division. But Detroit needs some playmakers, and they get him. So right now, Vikings are on the board in 7 picks. So some names that are sticking out. There's 2 defensive ends are still there. Greg Russo, Kwity Paye, Trey Lance is still there. Cornerback Caleb Farley. And as we know, defensive tackle that I probably like more than I should, Christian Barmore is there. So still some very good names on the board with the Vikings. Pick 8. Pick 8, Carolina Panthers. Take one of those names off it. Trey Lance, Gonzo. Trey Lance is out of there. Trey Lance, a very good athletic quarterback, goes into a pretty good situation there. We know Carolina has Teddy Bridgewater, but they're looking more towards the future. So maybe Teddy can be the bridge there. No pun intended. And Trey Lance can take over in a year or 2. But Vikings fans, Trey Lance is a name linked to the Vikings as a project quarterback that at pick 14 might be on the table. Personally, I'm not on board with that. But Trey Lance is Gonzo nonetheless. Pick 9, another one, back-to-back snipe, Kwity Paye. Kwity Paye goes to the Broncos. Broncos need some pass rushers. Kwity Paye is that and more. I am big time on the Kwity Paye train. Shoot. I think getting him at pick 14, might be a little bit of a dream scenario. Maybe not. We'll see. But Kwity Paye is a top 10 talent, no doubt about it. And the Broncos snap him up. Pick 10, Dallas Cowboys. We know they need cornerbacks and we know they need defense. They go secondary. They go with Caleb Farley, the Virginia Tech corner who opted out this year. Very high ceiling for Farley. Might take him a little bit of time to actually reach that potential, but Dallas gets a good corner there. Pick 11, New York. The Giants can go in many directions, but they get the playmaker, Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. Probably one of the better tight ends that have come out of the draft in the last handful of years. 6'6", 240 pounds. And Evan Ingram era, maybe it's over. All right, Vikings will be on the board in 3 picks. Some names that still stick out for the Vikings: Greg Rousseau, like I said, Barmore, guys that probably shouldn't still be on the board right now, or like Micah Parsons. Jalen Waddle's getting in that area where he probably shouldn't be on the board. So let's see where this continues to shake out. So the Niners need some offensive line help. They squashed that right there. Christian Darsaw from Virginia Tech, the junior, 6'5", 314-pound big guy, goes to San Francisco. And now the San Diego Chargers, not the San Diego Chargers, the LA Chargers. I will continue to call them San Diego probably for the next 6 years. They get Jalen Waddle, the gimmicky wide receiver, playmaker. That's going to be one hell of a weapon for Justin Herbert. And they get some good value there. Pick 13. So here it is. Vikings are on the board. Let's take a look at some of the options that they have there. They got Greg Rousseau. They got Barmore, which could be a good chance to trade back. There's Alex Leatherwood from Alabama. Micah Parsons is on the board. He has no right being on the board at pick 14. So who do the Vikings take? Who does Chris Trapazzo have the Minnesota Vikings taking to improve this team and hopefully get them to that beautiful Super Bowl game? Boom. Micah Parsons. Wow. 6'3", 244-pound linebacker. Everything you read about Parsons, everything you see what he's done at Penn State is just kind of this athletic freak at linebacker. Good pass rusher, good against the run. All over the field, Penn State has produced linebacker after linebacker after linebacker that have gone on and contributed in the NFL. Parsons seems to be on a whole nother level. If he's there at pick 14, best player available, no doubt about it. Regardless of need, yeah, we got Kendricks coming. We got either Barr or Eric Wilson coming back. You take a guy like Micah Parsons. You don't think twice about it. You just take the talent, or you expect a huge haul for someone trading up to get a guy like Micah Parsons because he shouldn't be there. That would also be just fine and dandy with me. But if they all of a sudden just reach for a Barmore or somebody else that isn't worth that pick with a guy like Parsons on the board, Parsons could be the future at linebacker, could be the future of this defense. And you take him. You take him very, very quickly. So they do pass on a guy like Greg Rousseau, who actually has going next at 15. Rousseau, a little bit raw, has all the talent that you like to see, has all the tools, but those one-year players who just kind of explode, he opted out, so we didn't get to see him this year. Little dicey, but in this scenario, Micah Parsons the pick. Let us know what you think of this mock draft. How did Mr. Trapazzo do? And what do you think about Parsons at pick 14?